Sapporo's gastronomic delights are weirdly fascinating. According to our guide, 150 years ago, there were only 7 people living in Sapporo. Hence, much of what the city has to bring to the dining table is relatively new and heavily influenced by neighboring territories. Hey there, poor traveler! We are Vince and Josh. Hungry for more Sapporo-related videos? If you're visiting Sapporo soon, here are some local dishes and restaurants that we were able to try that you might want to squeeze into your itinerary. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we upload new travel videos. Ramen Shingen. Almost every major city in Japan has its own take on preparing ramen. Here in Sapporo, their signature is miso ramen, a type that uses miso paste made by fermenting soybeans. The miso paste is blended with fish or chicken dashi. Sometimes, chili paste is added to deliver a spicy punch that is very welcome in cold winter nights. On our most recent trip, we were able to try Ramen Shingen, serving the best cheap ramen in the city if our guide and the locals we met were to be believed. And if the queue outside is any indication, it may really be one of the most popular ramen bars in Sapporo. Ramen Shingen serves 3 types of ramen broth: shio, shoyu, and miso. Their specialty is miso, of course. After you choose your broth, you can choose whether you like it rich or mild. You also get to choose a size, full or half. Be aware that the full size is ginormous. Their spicy miso ramen is immaculate. The richness and flavor strength were perfect. Even the piquancy was undetectable at first, giving a tangy punch only when it reached my throat, which was a pleasant surprise. Despite the giant serving, we were able to slurp every last strand of the noodles and every last drop of its broth. Sapporo Ramen Kyowakoku. Also known as Ramen Republic, this is not a single shop but a complex of multiple ramen bars marketed as one. It's very much like Ramen Stadium in Fukuoka or Ramen Koji in Kyoto. The idea is each bar offers a different style of ramen and you can choose one or try more in just one place. I visited this on my first time in Sapporo. A friend strongly recommended a bar called Shirakaba Sansuo. Their miso ramen has similar wavy noodles but it is adorned with nori, bamboo shoots, ajitama, chashu, garlic oil, and a generous sprinkling of black pepper. I have to say that I wasn't a big fan of miso ramen before coming to Sapporo, but this made me a believer. The broth is so rich that the miso is the obvious star of this bowl, and it works perfectly with the rest of the ingredients. This place may not always be on the best lists, but it remains one of the best bowls of ramen that I had in my life. But that's just a personal opinion. Sapporo Beer Garden. Drinkers come here for the Sapporo Beer Museum, where you can learn barrels about the Japanese beer culture. But foodies visit for a different kind of battle, one with Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is a popular native Hokkaido dish composed of mutton and vegetables grilled on a metal dome. It was named after the medieval emperor because in Japan, mutton or lamb is a meat often associated with Mongolia. And you guessed it right, it's best consumed with overflowing beer. Here are the rates for Genghis Khan. But considering that it's unlimited, it gives great value for money. Oh, and one more thing. If you're on a tour, make this your last stop of the day. Otherwise, prepare a change of clothes because the smell of smoke will stick with you for the rest of the day. Sapporo Central Wholesale Market. Hokkaido is one of Japan's biggest supplier of seafood, especially crabs. And as the island's biggest city, Sapporo gets a good share of the catch. Much of it ends up at the Sapporo Central Wholesale Market, built in 1959. Made up of 60 individual stores, it offers a wide array of delectable seafood products from fresh crabs to smoked fish to salmon roe. Many stores offer free taste too, so you won't make mistakes. The adjacent road is also flanked with seafood restaurants. Sushi is the best seller here, but another local favorite is kaisendon, a bowl of rice topped with assorted sashimi. There are over 10 restaurants near the market that serve kaisendon. Places like Kikusui and Kita no Gurumete are among the best, but the one we tried was Tario Sushi Wakakoma. Ishiya Chocolate Factory. If you've ever shopped for food souvenirs at any airport in Japan, you've probably come across what looks like a gift wrapped in dark teal paper. That, my friend, is Shiroi Koibito, white chocolate-filled biscuits that are famous all over the country. Here in Sapporo, not only can you have access to loads of these decadent treats, you can also see how they're made. Shiroi Koibito is manufactured by confectionery company Ishiya, which is based in Sapporo. After spending an hour at the adjacent park named after these biscuits, you can come inside and join a tour of the factory or just shop at their souvenir store. Aside from Shiroi Koibito biscuits, there are also several other cakes and chocolates to choose from. Some are not available at the airport, so grab some while you can. Soup Curry Kokoro. Curry originated in the Indian subcontinent, but it was the British that brought curry to Japanese shores in the late 19th century. Since then, the Japanese have taken liberties with the ingredients and preparation. In Hokkaido, curry takes the form of a thick soup served in a bowl. It's thick, yes, but its flavor is on the lighter side. One of the most successful chain of restaurants serving Hokkaido-style soup curry is Kokoro. It has half a dozen branches all over Japan, but its main restaurant is in Sapporo, which is prominently included in the 2017 Michelin Guide.
This is a soup curry.
Okay.
That's a Hokkaido special one that started in Sapporo, and it's getting very, very popular at this moment.
Their signature dish is chicken curry, which is composed of a big slice of tender juicy chicken soaked in a liberal amount of soup curry served with potatoes, carrots, bell peppers, hard-boiled egg, and of course, rice on the side. The dish is more homey, more grounded, and full of soul. Locals traditionally take a spoonful of rice, then sort of dips it into the soup before eating, an unorthodox fashion for tourists from outside the prefecture. Umi. Another popular food treat in winter is nabemono, often shortened to just nabe. The word nabe directly translates to cooking pot, referring to how this Japanese fave is prepared and consumed. It is an umbrella term covering all types of hot pot dishes including shabu-shabu, sukiyaki, and Hokkaido's very own ishikari nabe, named after the island's longest river. Ishikari nabe has a fish-based broth, usually Hokkaido salmon, and uses miso as base. Hot pot in general isn't really a cheap option, but it can give you value for money. Nabe is not just tasty, it also offers an experience because it is best shared and enjoyed with people you love. The nabe restaurant we tried is Umi, which has 8 branches all over Sapporo. They have 4 main hot pot options, but the cheapest are beef sukiyaki set and seafood hot pot. Each order comes with a selection of side dishes. If you have more dough, you can stuff your face with snow crabs by ordering the all-you-can-eat crab plan. Wakasa Imo. In many areas in Japan, one of the most popular snacks is yaki imo. Imo refers to any root crop like potatoes, yam, or taro, but yaki imo most often refers to sweet potato. But for the longest time in Hokkaido, it was incredibly difficult to grow sweet potatoes. Back in the day, yaki imo was so hard to come by. But in 1930, someone decided to replicate the taste of sweet potato without using any sweet potato. This is when Wakasa Imo was born. They created delicious cakes that look like and taste like yaki imo using only white bean paste. They also added seaweed to mimic the fiber that sweet potatoes are known for. Then they roasted it with egg and soy sauce. When it comes to Hokkaido snack makers, few are more well-known or more successful than Wakasa Imo. After over 85 years, they now have stores all over the island, including one in Sapporo and another at the new Chitose Airport. Here are their locations. But if you're venturing outside Sapporo and Lake Toya is part of your Hokkaido itinerary, drop by their main branch called Wakasa Imo on Po Doya Lake Honten. It's not just a sweet shop. On the second level, you'll find a restaurant with a fantastic view of Lake Toya and serves a killer salmon nabe in miso-based broth. They also serve a deep-fried version of their famous Wakasa Imo white bean cakes. Surprisingly, they taste even better than the uncooked original. If you need more information about traveling around Sapporo, you'll find a comprehensive travel guide with a sample Sapporo itinerary on our blog, www.thepoortraveler.net, or check out the link in the description. If you have questions, sound off in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Just look for @ThePoorTraveler. You may also follow and tune in to the Poor Traveler podcast on Spotify. That's all for now. Remember, plan smart, travel safe, and make every trip worth it.